Tesla is building a Terra Fab. What exactly is this all about? Well, first of all, hello, my friends. I hope you're doing well. My name is Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. This, I think, is video about 8100. And it's been a fun experience looking at all these developments in the EV industry. Things are changing now. I mean, we've got companies like XPeng and Tesla and NIO making their own chips. I mean, the industry is so different to what it used to be. On Sunday, Elon Musk made the Terra Fab official, a groundbreaking $20 to $25 billion joint venture uniting Tesla, SpaceX, and xAI. Three of the world's, most powerful companies. Not the most powerful, but three of the most powerful. Musk said the program is the most epic chip building exercise in history by far. And it's true, there is no chip factory in the world that has cost $25 billion, and that there's no chip factory in the world that is anywhere near this big. The initiative aims to produce over 1 terawatt of AI compute annually, which would dwarf the industry's current output. Musk framed the effort as the next step towards becoming a galactic civilization. Anyway, multiplanetary species, blah, blah, blah. Existing chip suppliers, such as TSMC, Samsung, and Micron, cannot expand quickly enough to meet the demand for AI hardware and to meet Tesla's demand. So Tesla's obviously had an issue with this, right? Tesla was trying to get Samsung to build its chips, which it does. And Tesla's saying, well, what's going on? Hurry up, speed up. What are the delays? That's what I see is happening. They're not saying that publicly, but it appears to me as though that's the case. So Tesla's saying, well, let's solve this issue ourselves and let's do it better than what they do. I think this is actually a really smart move. Now, the stock price of all of those chip companies has crashed as a result of this announcement. No, I'm joking, it hasn't. It probably isn't going to anytime soon. This project's going to take a long time. Anyhow, Musk said this, interestingly, we're very grateful to our existing supply chain, but there's a maximum rate at which they're comfortable expanding. We either build the Terafab or we don't have the chips, and we need the chips, so we build the Terafab. So I think this is a pretty good point. The facility will manufacture two specialized chip families, according to the presentation from Tesla. Edge Inference AI5 and AI6 processors optimized for Tesla's Optimus humanoid robots and full self-driving systems in vehicles and robotaxis. High-power D3 chips hardened for space environments. That's interesting, isn't it? Musk outlined annual output targets, which are between 100 and 200 gigawatts of terrestrial compute for robotics, supporting Musk's vision of producing 1 to 10 billion Optimus units per year. And the majority, 80% of chips dedicated to space-based AI data centers, so data centers that are orbiting the planet. The reason for these space-based data centers, orbital data centers, is simply because it's cheaper. It's cheaper to power them in space using solar than it is to do it on the planet Earth. Overall, Terafab aims to produce 100 to 200 billion custom AI and memory chips every year. 200 billion a year. The size of the Terafab project will be absolutely incredible and unprecedented. Texas campus would not be large enough to fit the needs of the project. Musk said it would be around 100 million square feet in size, the equivalent of 15 pentagons or 3 central parks. It's going to be the biggest building maybe in the world. Now, I'm talking about the Central Park in New York City. It's 3 of those. I've ridden my bicycle around the Central Park in New York City a few times, and it's big. It's really big. In fact, I haven't ridden around it a few times. I've ridden around it like 100 times on a computer game and in real life, and it's really big. And it's going to be the size of 3 of those. Construction will begin with an advanced technology fab on the Giga Texas campus in Austin, enabling rapid iteration. Design a chip, fabricate lithography masks, produce and test wafers all within days. However, the full-scale Terafab requires thousands of acres and more than 10 gigawatts of power, far exceeding what Tesla's factory, Giga Texas, can accommodate. The amount of power and size of this project, it's really hard for the mind to actually comprehend. We couldn't possibly fit the Terafab on the Giga Texas campus. It will be far bigger than everything else combined there. So there's not enough land for them to build it on the existing location where Tesla's factory is in Texas. Multiple large sites are currently under consideration, but this will need a huge amount of land to get started, and it needs to be in the right location as well. Terafab will be a crucial part of the development of some of Tesla's most valuable projects, including Optimus and data center development, especially from an orbital standpoint. For that reason, let's have a look at terrestrial and orbital applications. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description. Now, first of all, guys, I should mention, I do feel a little bit like California, the government, sort of shot itself in the foot a bit, because this project would bring in, assuming it all goes to plan, it'll bring in billions and billions, probably in the end game, trillions of dollars of revenue. And California, a lot of businesses are leaving California. It's not just Tesla that's moved a lot of its business outside of California. It's something worth thinking about anyway. So, terrestrial applications. Terrestrial powers autonomous vehicle fleets and billions of Optimus robots performing physical labor. Orbital. Starship will launch massive AI satellite constellations. They already have, I believe, more than 65% of all the world's satellites. They'll start with 100 kilowatt mini units and scale to larger megawatt models, creating the world's largest data center in low Earth orbit. It's going to be a lot of stuff in space, a hell of a lot. Space-based advantages. Why are they doing this? Well, there is 5 times more solar irradiance in space. Imagine, guys, tomorrow, all the solar panels you can buy could absorb 5 times more than what they do. Now, that's not really a like-for-like example, analogy, but there's a lot more. 5 times more irradiance is amazing. Now, the other thing is there is a more efficient vacuum heat rejection. So solar panels don't work very well when the temperature gets above 30 degrees Celsius. And there is freedom from terrestrial grid constraints, needing the land, for example. US electricity generation totals just 0.5 terawatts, and that's a big problem for this. Musk emphasized this idea. Quantity has a quality all its own. So, SpaceX had a recent filing with the FCC for 1 million orbital data center plans. 1 million. I'm not talking about 1 million satellites. This is 1 million orbital data centers. It's crazy. Terafab represents vertical integration, says Singularity, at an unprecedented scale, combining AI hardware, robotics, and orbital infrastructure. Musk said this project is the final missing piece of the puzzle of the master plan. With production ramping toward 2027, Terafab is set to accelerate an era of abundance, transforming science fiction into reality and positioning Musk companies at the forefront of galactic scale innovation. How will this all play out? I don't think it's going to begin in 2027. I think maybe 2029 is more realistic. Musk's hopeful timeframe is 2027. I don't think that's realistic. But I do think this will happen. And the reason is this. Even in spite of the fact that Tesla have faced struggles in numerous ways, think about it. What has SpaceX done? They have completely dominated the internet industry worldwide, the satellite industry, the rocket industry. There's some amazing stuff that's been done by these companies, by Tesla, by SpaceX. So I do think they can pull this off. I just don't think it's going to happen at lightning speed like Musk is saying it will. That's the part of Musk's plans that never really quite works out, at least not usually anyway. Either way, though, I think this company, this new business, will create trillions of dollars of value. I think you can't really overstate the enormity of this project. In fact, everything about this is just mind-blowing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool, because it could save you a lot of money, guys. Click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description.